So trying to figure out 3 interesting facts about myself that nobody knows is really difficult because I literally never stop talking. But in high school, I tried to learn how to play guitar, but then I gave it up because I realized I'd never be as good as my brother. And I always say I'm not competitive, but I guess this story proves that I am. And then number 2, one of my very favorite things to do is to drive probably way too fast with like the windows down and just shriek along to a song that I'm playing. It's really fun. It's great. And then number 3, I really hate ordering the same thing as somebody else at a restaurant, and I like take it too far. Like last week I was at a restaurant and a friend of mine ordered what I had in my head, and then I fully swapped out my order by the time it came around to me. So the reason that I've decided to be a youth leader at Blacksburg UMC is because in college I had the opportunity to do a lot of work with Jeremiah Project, which was a mission organization for middle schoolers. And through working at that mission camp, I found that middle school students as well as high school students are going through a really interesting time kind of claiming their own faith and figuring out what faith and Christianity means for them and in their lives instead of just tagging along with their parents to church. And I guess the reason why I want to work with the youth is because I want to help you guys through that time in any way that I can. No one has all the answers, but I love working with the rest of our leaders who are here to support you and figure out what faith looks like for you in your life. The small group that I'm leading is the Seekers with the high school girls, and I'm really excited to be working with high schoolers this year. And my goal with the Seekers and kind of what we're all about is diving deep, finding what's true in our lessons and then how we can apply that truth and wisdom into our lives, and especially as we move into our week and months ahead. That's what I hope we get out of it, and that's kind of what we're focused on every week. So one thing that I'd like to try, but that scares me. I don't know if I would say that I'm actually scared of heights, but I'm very scared of jumping off of tall things. So like skydiving and cliff jumping and bungee jumping, those are things that I think would be fun if I worked up the courage to do them. Not this year. I'm never gonna do that with you. Just being clear. So Esther has always been a really interesting Bible story to me ever since I saw that VeggieTales episode where she like levitates the crown under her head because leeks don't have arms. But when I revisit it now, it's just as interesting. It's almost Game of Thrones-esque. There's like a lot of palace intrigue and laughable, absurd villains. But, the actual events in the story, especially how Esther is treated, is really disturbing and raw and difficult to encounter. And overall, I think it's just a really interesting story about manipulating power structures in a way that shows just how unjust, silly, and fallible that they are. And if you're interested in learning more, I think it's a really cool one to study. Rachel Evans has a really great blog series called Esther Actually on her website if you'd like to check it out. Just encourage taking another look at that story. There's really interesting things in there.